All right, go ahead and come onto your hands and knees. And as you come onto your hands and knees, spread your fingers. So you don't want to overspread them, but you don't want to, not have any space. So evenly spread your fingers as though they're starfish. So look down at them. A lot of times the pinky finger and the index finger like to go way wider than the others can, right? Knees are directly underneath hips, which is dramatically closer than what your hands are. On your exhale, you're going to round your spine high, heel your back. And then on your inhale, you're going to drop your belly, turn your face and your tailbone upward. Continue to go back and forth, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. At any point that you would like to become a little more organic, a little more flowy with your movements, please do so. So today we are going to focus on taking care of our spine, all right? So as you go through your spine, what do you feel? Are there any delicate spaces? We want to honor those and create strength around them. Do you have any tight, non-mobile spaces? That's where you want to send some flowy energy, some soft mobility to it. So areas of pain in the spine, we begin to cinch the muscles up around that space and create stability. And then we try to create more mobility in the places of the spine that are stiff. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Now tuck your toes under, lift your hips, down dog. All right, so really you're going to straighten your arms by pushing the floor away, not locking out your elbows, right? And so the inner arm comes near the sides of your head because you press the floor away so much with your hands. From here, you can bend one knee, straighten the opposing leg, dropping the heel towards the floor, so feet on the floor, pedaling your dog. So right heel will descend as left knee bends, and then vice versa. Straighten your arms a little more, Valley. There you go. Breath is in through the nose, out through the nose. Press your index finger and thumbs down more. Straighten your arms more. Wonderful. From here, we're going to come down to child's pose. Big toes are touching, knees are about as wide as the upper chest, so that your lower ribs are supported by your inner thighs. Reach the arms forward so that they're shoulder distance apart. Yeah. Now press your palms down actively, so much so that your forearms lift off the mat. Draw the low belly, so this is an active child's pose, right? Draw your low belly back, letting your tailbone descend towards the heels more. Walk your fingertips forward as though you're Thing from Adam's Family, right? Get it, yeah, there you go. And now, let the palms drop to the mat. Press the palms firmly. Press the fingertips firmly. Forearms are lifting for 5, 4, 3. Press your forehead down, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Go ahead and roll up onto all fours. We're going to exhale to down dog. If you have any props on your mat, you'll move them out of the way as you take little bitty short steps to the top of your mat, coming into a forward fold. So your feet will be about 4 inches apart. Second and third toe are facing forward at 12 o'clock. You've got your heels and knees lined up with your second and third toe. Grab a hold of your forearms, placing your thumbs inside your elbows. Let your head drop towards the tops of your feet and sway your upper body left and right. In through the nose, out through the nose. Get the weight towards the fronts of your feet so that you can push the heels down. So the heels do not lift, right? You're putting so much weight towards the ball of your foot that your heels actually have to reach down to stretch. Maybe straighten your legs a little more as you reach the heels down more. Press through the balls of the feet more. And then come to the center, stillness. Switch the cross of your arms. Whichever was on top is on bottom. Now drop your head more. See how close your face can come to your shins. And then turn your head left and right in a no motion. No, body is still. Turn the head left and right in a no motion. Really turn it. Drop your head more so it turns. Cindy, bend your knees and drop your head more. Get your head in between your arms a little more. There you go. Now left and right. And then yes, and down in a yes motion. Yes, very good. Wonderful. Let those arms straight to the floor. Bend the knees deeply. Lay your chest onto your thighs as though you're doing a standing child's pose, right? And then roll all the way up from there, laying the shoulders and head awry last. Wonderful. So I'd like you to place your hands on your frontal hip pointers and your thumbs along the top ridge of your ilium or your hip, right? So what I want you to do is press your feet into the floor and hollow out your low belly. At the same time, you're going to firm up your legs. So feel the heels actually stretch down to the mat. Feel that low belly move back strongly behind your fingertips. Now imagine that you've just put on the tightest pair of 70s jeans you can put on. They're really tall too, right? You know, this was before low-rise jeans. Now you're gonna zip these jeans all the way up to that navel and above because you know that's where those jeans went before hip huggers came out, right? Keep your mom jeans on. Now put your mom belt on. Feel both of those? As though you're zipping up a very tight pair of jeans with a coat hanger as you lay on the bed, and then you tighten that belt up again, right? You're gonna maintain this for the rest of your entire life. No, you think I'm kidding. That's the reason I think my back in the state it is, I can do Cirque du Soleil, because I walk around all the time like I'm holding a tampon in. Right? There you go. So we're going to keep that, and that's going to be the focus throughout practice. And so this is a Bandha practice. This is also a Ujjayi practice. So we're going to focus on the breath now, holding on to those hips. Keep all of this area nice and taut, but not so much that you have to let it go every 2 seconds because you've like overdone it, right? So hold on to it just enough. And now inhale, back ribs, side ribs, front of the chest. Exhale, reestablish anything you might have lost as far as lower belly and even up to the solar plexus as you exhale. Shoulders will drop down as you inhale, back ribs, side ribs, front of the chest. And then exhale, really like reconstitute your energy from pubic bone to right there at the divide of your rib cage. Now continue to do this and you're going to begin to hear a sound at the back of your throat. Naturally, once you start to create some tension in these periphery breather muscles, you're going to start to feel a little heat and you're going to start to hear the Ujjayi breath echoing, right? And with mask on, it should be a little bit easier. All right, guys, let your hands down at the sides. On your next inhale, you're going to sweep your arms up, try and keep that belly taut. And then exhale, swan dive, forward fold, put the hands down, really scoop out that belly with that exhale. On your inhale, hands to shins, lift halfway up, but don't lose the tightness in the belly. Rock the weight towards the balls of the feet more. Exhale, hands down by your heels as left foot steps to the back of the mat, low lunge. Inhale, lift your hands up off the floor, your heart off that front thigh. We're going to stay here for a moment. So I'm going to say, Valley, you're going to move your hips over towards Amy or towards your left, just a hair, and then move that knee over towards your right a little bit. So hips go. Knee to the right a little bit. There you go. Now straighten that back leg more. Wonderful. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands down, step back to your down dog. So make sure your fingers are evenly divided. Your arms are straight, but elbows aren't locked. Unlock, nice unlock, Cindy, thank you. Inhale, floats to your plank position, push-up position. Drop to your knees if you would like. It works your core more anyway. So let's stay here in this plank position. Make sure your head is not dropping to the floor. Pick your head up, Valley. There you go. So you're pulling your face away from the mat like it smells bad. Not like looking forward, but like pulling the whole face away from the head, like, oh my God, I gotta lower down to this stinky mat, right? And the whole time you're bending your elbows and lowering down, you're trying to keep your face away from the mat. So lower down all the way or halfway. If you're going all the way, you're doing a baby cobra. If you're doing halfway, you're doing up dog. So legs come together for baby cobra. You're gonna float the hands. If you're coming to up dog, legs are 4 inches apart, thighs are off, and the arms are straight. Which would you like? So we've got 2 baby cobras and we've got an up dog. Beautiful. Elbows hug along your sides, baby cobra. A little more, hug them in, hug them in. Try to squeeze those rib cage. Try to take those hands back to the lowest set of ribs. There you go. Wonderful. Hands down. Push back to a down dog. Unlock your elbows. Inhale. Take your left leg up high. Exhale as your left foot steps up by your left thumb. You're standing on train tracks. Cindy, take your feet a little wider on the mat. Just a hair. There you go. Beautiful. Inhale, floating low lunge. Amy, open your knee up. It's, yeah, and your hips need to go to the right a little bit. Everything is shifted. Yep, there you go. Hands down, step forward and fold. Wonderful. Good job, guys. Second toes are at 12 o'clock, hands to shins. Inhale, come up, rock the weight towards the balls of the feet, but glue the heels down, reach the heels down, hollow out that belly with each exhale, really containing the spine and the hips. On your next exhale, fold. On your inhale, come all the way up, reach up, stretch up, look up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Spread your toes, don't let them cross. Yeah. Hands to shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Strong belly. Shoulders are not earrings. Hands down. Right foot steps back. Low lunge. Inhale, floating low lunge, making sure you're not kicking your hip out to the left like everybody in this room is doing. Thank you. Hands down, step back to your down dog. So one of the reasons, stay here for a second. One of the reasons why you would kick your hip out to the side is that you are standing on train tracks, okay? And that forces you to shift your hip over because, or you're standing on tightrope, excuse me. It forces you to shift your hip over to counterbalance your pose. If you will stand on train tracks, your hips will square off and not kick off to the side as much. Just another little bit of distance in between the width of your feet. Inhale, flex to plank. Drop to your knees if you need to. Lift your head, don't drop it. Push the floor away. So if you have any hollowing in your upper back, push your heart to the sky. There you go. Push the back of your heart to the sky. The spine of your heart to the sky. Your spine to the sky. More, Cindy, more. There you go. Push, 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 push. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, come forward and down, either baby cobra completely on the floor or up dog. Baby cobra, your legs are together like the tail of a snake. Up dog, feet are 4 inches apart. Press the tops of the feet down no matter where you are. Draw that belly in as you exhale all of your air out. Now keep that belly tight. As you inhale, back ribs, side ribs, front of the chest, stay here. Exhale, belly tight. Pick up a grain of sand off that mat, pull it up into your belly button, and on your next exhale, you'll release into down dog. Now take a gaze at your belly if you can, and take like an ice cream scoop out of it. Like Try to C-shape your belly into your spine as much as you can. Straighten your arms more by pushing your thumbs down more. Thank you. Inhaling, taking your right leg high without losing your belly when you inhale. There you go. Yeah. Exhale, so the right foot steps up by thumb, low lunge. Make sure you've got train tracks, not a tightrope. Yeah. Now inhale, float, back leg is strong, hips are center of the pose. So belly, see how your knee is up? Yes, very good. Amy, take your knee a little to the pinky toe. 3, 2, and 1. Hands down, step forward, fold. Push all of the foot down as you fold. Grab a hold of those ankles, curl into the legs. The more you exhale, the tighter your belly gets. The more you curl in. And so imagine you're doing like a crunch here. Exhale all your air out and crunch into your legs. Oh, look at how much that activity of the abs help you here. Hold on to the legs. Stay where you are. Push the heels down. Inhale. Exhale, push the balls of the feet down, crunch into your legs more. There you go. Wonderful. Bend your knees. Inhale, roll all the way up after that. Yeah. Wonderful. Awesome. Standing tall, mountain pose. Here we go again. Inhale. Wasn't that amazing how, like, when you exhaled, how the abs actually curled you into the pose? And what's happening is it's allowing the core muscles to support the back while you're in this extreme flexion too, right? All right, here we go. And all of a sudden get hot when you hold on to your bandas with quality, it will jump your temperature up like that. That's the reason I didn't turn the heater on for y'all this morning. All right, here we go again. Inhale, reach the arms up, but the belly stays tight. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, hands are down. Y'all are lifting your toes. Stop that. Hands to shins, inhale halfway up, tight belly. Exhale, hands down as left foot steps back. Inhale, float your low lunge, coming up. There you go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands down, step back to down dog. Inhale, floats to plank position. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way, coming either into your baby cobra, which was demonstrated from the floor, or up dog. Thighs are strong. 4, 3, where you contracting that low belly. 2, breath staying in the rib cage, and 1. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, we're going to take that left leg high. Exhale as the left foot steps dead center of the hands for this one. We're coming into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So spin the back heel down. You have heel to arch alignment. The front heel draws a straight line to the back arch. On your inhale, come up, arms in 2 different directions over those legs, right? And so from here, the distance between your hands should be, or distance between your feet should be about wrist distance. So look where your wrists are and put your feet underneath your wrists. That's how wide, right? Now pull your low belly in through the nose, out through the nose. Cindy, turn your heel out to the pinky toe a little more. There you go, to the pinky toe. You just moved it back. Don't move it back. Did you see how she moved it into place and then she instinctively just moved, not even thinking about it, moved it right back.
That's when we like go and then we adjust and we just, yeah.
And you just do it again, right? Yeah. So breathe here, bend that front knee deeper, spread your front toes more. Lift your front toes. Yeah, spread them out wide. Can you feel that front heel? Lift your toes, leave them lifted, bend that knee deeper. 5, 4, straighten the back leg more without locking the knee. Firm up that back thigh, strong straight leg. 2, and 1. Nice and easy. Hands are gonna come to hips and you're just gonna tick-tock the feet, and we're gonna do this exact same pose on the other side. So remember, it's heel to arch alignment. Front toes are at 12 o'clock. Back toes turn forward to the top of your mat, just a hair. So Cindy, turn your front heel out and your back toes forward just a little bit. There you go. Wonderful. Find your warrior two. Extend your arms out. So get rid of stripper butt, tuck it under. That's an old cue. That's like a cue from in through the nose, out through the nose. Now, let's feel the exhale come from those upper abs, lower abs. Pull your left rib cage back to your neighbor behind you. So feel the rib cage, not just the hip, the rib cage and the shoulder on the left hand side. Rotate, twisting the spine, not your arms. You're not moving your arms, only the rib cage. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring your hands to your hips, turn your toes to the side of the mat. At a 12 o'clock position, unlock your knees, push your heels down, come halfway forward. Push your heels down. Flatten your back, don't drop your head. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Unlock your knees. Rock your weight forward towards your toes and lift your heels up now, the back of your feet. There you go. Unlock your knees. Right there. Unlock your knees and find where you can have your balance with your knees not locked. Yep, heels lifted, knees unlocked. 5, smile. It releases dopamine. 4, 3, 2, 1.5. And 1. Hands down, heels down. Just come into a straddle forward fold. You can take the legs wider if you want. We're going to be here for a breath or two, but unlock your knees. Thank you. Unlock your knees. Get the weight towards the balls of the feet without lifting the heels. Straighten your legs, belly. There you go. Push the pinky toe side of your foot down without just rolling to the edge of the foot. Push your heels down more. Push your heels down. Spread your toes. Whoa. Everybody lift and spread your toes and leave them lifted. There you go. Leave them lifted. Yes. Unlock your knees. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take your hands to the top of the mat and make your way into a down dog. So with back situations, I prefer to do my stretches standing. So you'll find me incorporating stretches within this class, okay? All right, inhale, flip to plank, push up position. This time we're gonna lower all the way down. So exhale all the way to the floor, don't drop your head. Take your hands back along your sides. You're on the floor, there you go. Bring your legs together. Seal them from the top of your thighs all the way to the insides of your ankles, all right? Now, I want you to imagine there's a grain of sand underneath your belly button. You're gonna grab that grain of sand on your inhale. On your exhale, you're going to pull it up off the mat right into your spine. Keep that grain of sand off the floor. From this point, you're going to lift the upper and the lower body off the mat. Palms face in along your sides. Legs squeeze together. See if you can reach along the side of your legs so much so that you're reaching back towards those ankles as they squeeze together. Squeeze, yeah, there you go. Spread your toes out wide. Now, on your next inhale, lift up a little higher, and the exhale will hold you there. Feel the belly hold you there. Inhale lifts you up a little higher. Exhale will hold you there. Inhale lifts up a little higher. And exhale release. Down dog. Inhaling your left leg up to the sky. Exhale as your left foot steps to the top of the mat. Inhaling, floating your low lunge. Spread your toes, make sure they're nice and wide. Hands down, step forward, forward fold. Push the balls of the feet down and stretch the heels to the mat as you forward fold here. On your next inhale, come halfway up. On your next exhale, forward fold. Unlock your knees. Push the floor away. Inhale, come all the way up, reaching the arms to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Hands to shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step back with the right foot, low lunge. Oh, excuse me, warrior two. I'm so bad. I messed it up, yeah. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Yeah, last time I had you step back, I was trying to mirror image that. So go ahead and come back, warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Now, unlock the knee and make sure that the knee is pointing towards the gap between your second and third toe. Flip the front palm. Reverse your triangle, excuse me. How much? Let everybody lift your toes for a moment. Spread them. Push the ball of the foot down while you lift your toes. Lift your toes again for me, Cindy. There you go. 3. Now push the heels down. Straighten up, reach up more. 2 and 1. Inhale, come neutral. Put those toes down. Tick-tock the feet. We're going to do it on the other side.
You want that heel to heel?
Heel to heel alignment in this. Yes, ma'am. My bad. I didn't say that initially. I said heel to arch. Wonderful. Valley, turn your right foot in, or your right heel in just a little bit. There you go. Reversing your triangle. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I was trying to get Valley's foot lined up. Now, this is a side body bend, not a back bend, so try to center your hips off to the side of your mat, your chest off to the long side of your mat, while your front knee stays spiraling open to your second and third toe. So look how when you take your hips to the side, it's making your knee roll into the side. You have to plug your foot down strong enough that you can use the thigh muscle to rotate the knee out while you rotate the hips away, right? So your hips are rotating away from your front knee, right?
Yeah.
So for 4, 3, use the strength of that leg to roll that right thigh open more. 2 and 1. Inhale comes up. Turn the toes to the side of the mat. Now, turn your heels in so your toes will be at a 10 and 2. Now, for some people, this might be too wide, too close. We're going into goddess or horse pose. So as you turn the toes out at 10 and 2, you drop down. You want to see that your shins are straight down underneath your knees, just like they would be in any warrior. Now, look at Cindy, how she's doing 9 to 3. Don't do that. Turn the toes forward so that you're not putting pressure on the knees. The feet can over-rotate what the knees can do. So only go to what the knees can do. I would say that, Valley, you can take your feet wider gap on the mat. Yeah. Now, sit up tall and use the strength of your thighs. Put your hands on your thighs, on the top of your thighs like I've got them here. Fingers go to the outside. Look at me. Fingers go to the outside. There you go. Now, spiral those thigh muscles out as you tuck your tailbone under and sit up tall. Now, use the muscles of your legs to help you do that. There you go. Put your toes down for this moment. For 4, 3, tuck your butt under, open your knees wider. Use the hands and the muscles of the legs to spiral those knees open. Literally twist your thigh. Look at me. Twist that thigh muscle. There you go. 5. There you go. And now your muscles follow that movement. 2. Smile. It releases dopamine. And 1. Toes rotate forward edge, 12 o'clock, you fold. Unlock your knees. Everybody in this room needed that. All right. From here, you're going to walk your hands to the top of the mat. You're going to find your down dog. Inhale floats to plank. Normally, I would do a breath of fire here, but because we're wearing masks, Valley, don't drop your head. I don't want to do breath of fire, but if you're at home, breath or fire, rapid breathing while tight belly is great to do here. You're going to exhale and lower all the way down on the mat. Don't drop your head. Face stays away from the mat. There you go. All the way down. Wonderful. So we're going to take our hands off the sides of our mat like we're doing a push-up. There you go. We're going to bend our knees and try to pick our thighs up off the floor by drawing our belly in and lifting our legs up off the floor, trying to reach the feet to the sky. Wonderful. Now we're going to lift our hands and heart at the same time. So this is skydiver. This is a modification for people who can't do bow pose. If there's anybody that wants to do bow pose, reaching back, grabbing the tops of the feet or the ankles, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, I love this because this is such a great back strengthener. Hold those hands up, spread those fingers for 5, 4, bend your knees more, Amy. Yeah, try to touch your head to your feet to your head more. Spread the toes, 2, and 1. Release, back to child's pose.
I felt that in the lower back.
Did it feel good?
It didn't feel great.
Okay, so you were probably taking your, rolling the thighs in or out. I didn't like see what you were doing. I'll look at you next time we do that.
Yeah, that was, maybe not now, but I felt like my feet ended up coming in and my knees went out.
Well, it's gonna happen. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Yeah, you just don't want your knees wider than the mat or wider than your hips, really.
Perfect.
Yeah, you're fine. No, the knees are gonna come apart. You wanna try to keep the toes together though, if you can. Awesome, guys. Go ahead and come up onto all fours, hands and knees. Cat cow about it.
Oh, yeah.
Cat cow about it. And then go to your down dog. All right, guys. So from here, I'm going to ask you to lift your left leg up high. Exhale as your left foot steps outside of your left pinky finger. So we're going into lizard. It'll still be on your mat. I like for the first part of this, the toes are facing forward at 12 o'clock. So this is kind of like a wide lunge, right? But you don't shift your hips over. You keep your hips center of this. So look where your feet are and then look where your pubic bone is, right? Now, if your knees dive in, they'll be diving into you right now. So get them to the outside of that arm. So yeah. So I would say Amy and Valley definitely almost have to push the knee out. A little bit. No, keep it in line. Right. Yeah. And this is why I say for teachers, it's so valuable to video yourself. I see all my stuff when I start videoing myself. Back leg is super straight and lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch it out. Go back to down dog, lift the other leg.
You want your toe even with your finger?
Yeah, that's a good measurement. Yes, ma'am. That is a good generalized measurement. Four, breathing. We still haven't lost our breath, Valley. Pull your hips center of the mat, not so off to the right. There you go. And Amy, move your knee outside your arm more. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. You feel it? Should really. And then Cindy, hug your knee in a little bit. There you go. 3, 2, and 1. Nice, guys. Go back to your down dog. Wiggle it out. And then nice and easy, just come onto your mat and have a seat. Sit with a simple crossed leg. If you'd like to sit on a blanket, you're more than welcome to do so, but cross your legs as you would normally. Well, I just want you to like sit up first. Whatever leg is in front, it now goes in back because you sit with that same leg in front every time. And so that's what I was trying to get at. I was trying to get into opposing side. So what I want us to do here is just a simple seated meditation before we exit out of the class. So go ahead and close your eyes. And because we're focusing on the care of the back, the bandhas, the breath, we're going to instill this in the last remaining parts of this practice. So as you breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, can you feel the inhale, press your sit bones and your shoulders down while you grow taller between those two? And when you exhale, can you feel the low belly draw back, the upper belly draw back, all those parts of the abs cinch in and corset around the spine. And so the inhale, the shoulders and the sit bones, the butt bones press down as everything rises in between those 2 points. And then as you exhale, you literally feel the front of the body sandwich back to the back of the body. Each time you exhale, really focusing on like how many muscles can you recruit. So most people believe that when we're doing our pelvic floor, it's a Kegel exercise. It is not just a Kegel exercise. It is a literal tightening of everything at the base of your pelvis. So right here, do a Kegel, or if you don't know what a Kegel is, pretend you're cutting off your urine stream. Feel that. Now, feel as though you're trying to lift your perineum, or the space between your spaces, up off the mat as you exhale. Feel how deeper that feels. Imagine, I say it all the time, that you're holding a tampon in, all right? So it's a deeper feeling. It's almost closer to the cervix and the anus rather than towards the frontal, towards the urethra, all right? Continuing on. This is also a place of food, clothing, shelter. This is a place where as you sit here and breathe and start to feel the stability, this innate strength and groundedness and power from these spots, this is directly related to how you can feel in your own life about food, clothing, shelter, security, and who you are. Closing your eye. So where can you find not only internal power in your body, but maybe internal power in your thoughts today? Where can you find internal power in your behaviors today? Next inhale, sweep the arms up, reach up. On your exhale, let the hands drop in prayer in front of your chest. Humbly thank you for joining us for practice today. Let your minds be open and your hearts full. Namaste.